Good evening and welcome to a stream with Lou. And today we are in Winrose on various different streams. So do feel free to chat in your local chat, which is on the available platform that you're on today. And you'll see your chat, you should see your chat live actually on the stream today. We are live across various different platforms. So welcome to everyone. We would normally be in plenty of different things. For some reason, I'm just not quite seeing everything at the moment. Just give me 1 second while I'm trying to work out where my sound's gone. I just need to change something. I won't be able to hear myself. Yeah, I can. Which is really off-putting when you're trying to stream and you're hearing yourself on an echo. Just turn that off somehow. Maybe turn it off. Nope. I've got a feeling I know what it is. It's going to be TikTok. Yeah, and 1 second, I will sort out my camera in just a moment as well, because my camera is also not set up as well. Well, it is set up, but it's just pointing in the wrong direction. And get it to point in the right direction in a second. What you get for having a lot of different things. I am going to look to simplify my actual live streams because I've got to the point now where it does it high quality, but it's really annoying how the slightest thing causes the stream to be really hard to set up at the moment. Should fix that. Okay, so you can see me now at least. So welcome to the stream, everyone. We're almost gonna get going once I can get that sound sorted. Which is gonna be a TikTok thing, so I just need to work out where that is. Oh, it's going to be really annoying. Let's just see if it is. Yeah, so as soon as I turn that off, it's not an issue. Let's see if I can on that. Okay, hopefully that's right now. Although I'm now not hearing anything. I don't know. That's so weird. I think I know why, but hey ho. Okay, so everyone should be able to hear me, and yeah, I think you can. And you can hear the game, and you can hear everything else. Welcome to Winrose. It's been one of those, well, I'm going to say months, because the whole of May I have had one thing after another, which has nixed and got in the way of a lot of the online streams that I plan to do every week. And even this week, I got to the stage where on Tuesday I had technical issues that I just couldn't work through to get the stream up. I did end up fixing it after about an hour of trying to resolve some issues that I was having, and just it's one of those things. You just do a computer reset and everything just sorts itself out. Well, I didn't have to do a hard reset, but I did have to restart some software. But once I did that, everything seemed to start working. Just sometimes tech does not make sense. Why it wants to work 1 minute and doesn't the next. And yeah, same with like on Wednesday yesterday, I had something else that I had to do, just other commitments. But today we are in Windrose. You'll notice there has been a huge difference since the last stream I did, which was a week ago, just over a week ago actually. I think it was either Wednesday, maybe it might have been Thursday last week, who knows. We should be doing like 3 streams a week at least, but this week we've only done one stream, and pretty much the whole of this month we've done 1 stream every week. So I'm consistent at least in that part, just less consistent in the time scale on the timetable that I should be keeping to. Let me just check one thing, because I'm not hearing any music and I just want to make sure that is actually going, because it was going a second here and now it seemed to have stopped. Oh yeah, it's going. It's just really low music. At least from my side it is. I'm not going to check what the actual music sounds like, but I did a test the other day, and for the test I did, the sound levels externally sounded okay. Or what I hear on the sound levels and what you hear are different by design, so that you guys hear a consistent good sound and I hear a good consistent sound, etc, etc. So welcome to anyway my lovely new area. As you can see, this is my own area, so this is not in game, this is literally the base that I've built. This is my interior of my base now. So in the last stream you would have seen this, but it was pretty much gutted, very different. In front of this there was my initial first build base, but that's all now been changed, and we now have all of this area which I've fully built out. It's obviously fully paved. We've even got our own little wall here which protects our base, obviously against just the wild animals that may stray in. Other than that, there's actually nothing else that good, but apart from that, it just looks good, because obviously, you know, you want a base that looks like it is your own base, and this is my base. So yeah, got a nice wall that blocks my base area from the outside world, and it's all fully paved. We've now got a massive warehouse. Actually, we've got 2 warehouses. We've actually got this underneath one, which I hollowed the bottom out in order to put, well, what was going to be a personal chest area, safe area, which I ended up putting beds in as well for the NPCs. So they've got like an area downstairs, and yeah, this is the big warehouse. So this is literally the replacement of the old warehouse, but is, yeah, a lot of like storage area, pretty much like a box or some sort for almost every item type. We've also got the extra merchant shops that you can purchase as well, which allow you to buy the actual stuff from certain of the NPCs that are external, so that rather than you having to go out to get certain things, you can order stock in for silver or gold. Or these pretty much all want silver, not gold, but either or, because it's still pirate money. Yeah, all of our actual crafting resources, they are contained within here. As you can see, they're all open plan by design, because I was really fed up of these NPCs when you, in the build, and I did have all of this in, getting in the way effectively, because they love, for some reason, standing in doorways. Well, you can't get in the way of a doorway where there is no doorway. So yeah, fully open planned. They obviously all have roofs, because these actual items, apart from like the stove and a couple of like the end ones over there, all of these require roofs in order to work. So I kind of built this little area. I've had to kind of move away to the very center, because like, well, that's great for fires and stuff. That is seen as a void, even though rain doesn't get through. It does sense that a roof's not above it, and they won't work for anything that doesn't have or does require the roof. So you can see some of these are slightly off center. That's just because I've pushed them as far as I could to the center until effectively it wouldn't work any further. So yeah, they're not like as close together as I would have had them, but this works, and obviously they all still can be used. This one here you wouldn't have to put under a roof, but I just kind of did it because it looks like good for the theme and stuff. Like it all look like it's related. So yeah, each little area's got its own little working area, and then we've got our fully built out farm, which I've changed the farm as well. It's still in the same area, actually part of it is. Extended it a bit wider out and stuff like that. Yeah, have all of the resources. I've even bought some seeds for the corn as well, just because it just helps speed it up, even though on average I got about 9 every time I went to one certain island. Seeds, just to speed that up. I bought a load of the seeds. Flax, we've got plenty of flax, or at least we've got the ability to, put that through and make quite a lot of linen and stuff like that when we need to make the linen. And yeah, all the different other things that we kind of need. I made a little jetty here for the little boat that always it was actually parked here. So when I initially made this, it was actually parked right next to it. But yeah, when you build a jetty quite close up to it, for whatever reason, it pushes the boat further away, which is kind of counterproductive, but at least it kind of half matches up. As you can see as well, we've also got all 3 of the actual current boats in the game as well, starting from our very first one, which you get free pretty much right at the very start of the game, through to the second one that we built, which is my Mark II Hustler, and we've got Mark III Hustler at the back there, which is like twice the size. So these almost grow twice the size each time. I always thought frigates were quite small because I like it. Most pirate games I've played, I always loved the galleon, but obviously this game doesn't have galleons yet. And yeah, I was like, the frigates look really small against the galleons, but that frigate looks huge against these other 2 ships. So yeah, and it's pretty powerful as well. I've had a few mess around with it. I actually have upgraded them as well. So the frigate has like upgraded like cannons and stuff like that. We've got these. I'm actually being attacked by something. What on earth? How? Like, I don't even understand how that is like managed to get on the jetty. I suppose it is night, but normally nothing gets. Well, nothing normally comes in the in this area, so I've never ever seen the whole time we've been playing the game. It's funny enough, that's like the game is trolling me because I'm on a stream, but I don't know. So I thought today I'd obviously show you quickly the base and what all the changes obviously made. Go back, check out the original base, and you'll kind of rarely see the actual upgrade differences that I've made since that stream. And yeah, a huge amount of differences. I have actually looked at other YouTubers as well, and other streamers, just to see like what other people are making for bases. It's quite interesting to see what people come up with. Everyone comes up with their own concept, and I had this kind of in my head how I wanted to do it. This isn't exactly what I was thinking at the time. I was actually thinking of actually putting all these things into buildings so they would be like shops, but other people have done that anyway. Not quite how I was going to do it. Like how I've done it here was pretty much how I envisioned it in my head. The only difference is like these were actually going to be in buildings. And like I said, the only reason why I didn't do that is because the NPCs were really quite annoying, that they will park themselves in front of the doorway. So unless you have more than one doorway into your building, which they could put both those doorways, yeah, you can sometimes be a bit frustrated while you wait for one of the guys to move out of the way of the door. So I left it all open plan because I just thought it's probably better this way. It's nice and open. You can easy access things and not have to worry about like when an NPC decides to park themselves in an inconvenient place when you're trying to rush and get in and get something. So we have got all the way through. The last stream we did as well, we did actually do the section 2 boss, and now I'm actually in the stages where I have transitioned into section 3. I've gone through this area here, which is a lot of all this is to do with the section 3 stuff and will lead to the section 3 boss. I haven't got this all the way up to the section 3 boss yet. I have gone through quite a bit of this area. As you can see, all the ones with the ticks on are the parts that we've done so far. I haven't been in this middle area because I thought that might be quite an interesting mark to do for the stream. So I think that's probably where we'll start off today. I've got make sure you've got plenty of ammo because you don't lose, like, you always forget the ammo. Even though you shouldn't. I do tend to kind of underestimate how much I need, but I have got enough, I think, to at least get us a good proportion through towards where that Fortinet is. There is like a big monstery type thing which I've killed once from distance because it literally looks that scary. It's just like, let's just try and shoot it from distance and hopefully we can kill it quite easy. And to be fair, it was actually easier than I thought it would be to kill it. However, it's still pretty scary experience because the thing is, when you see it in a minute, it's pretty big, and we are gonna have to kill it again because every time, like, all of this stuff respawns. So, and it's not doesn't respawn that fast, but within about an hour or two, whatever you've killed, even if you're continuously playing the game, it will respawn. And I've had YouTubers as well and people say that this game is like alive, in the sense of like a server type game that, I don't know, like Dune Awakening, EVE Online and stuff like that, you have to be in the game for it to register. Well, I'd say that was the case. I don't know. So I have had people say like this, it requires you to be in the game. So I'd say this game, what I'd been explained, it was like GTA, because GTA is a game where you have to be in the game for your earning money timers to tick over. However, this game is not like that. Your timers in the game, things like orders or anything else you're doing, if you're waiting on stuff, you can exit the game, even on an offline mode game, and the timer will actually still be ticking, so that when you come back in the game, your timer or whatever it is that you were waiting on will still have ticked on, and you don't actually have to be in the game for that timer to tick. Now there are crockers around. Just trying to work out where I am. Okay. At some point I'm going to see a big giant thing in the distance is what I'm expecting. Probably shouldn't be here at night because it's like, this place is a harder place to be at night. It's like almost like an apocalypse game, like DayZ at night, and everything starts to get more wild and violent. I wouldn't say it's quite like that, but some things do. Like wolves in this game, they are a lot more timid in the day than they are at night. At night, they start howling, and their eyes glow red, and they do actually do more damage and are far more aggressive at night. Could also oh, I don't have any food on me. Oh, actually I do have a little bit of food, but I don't have the food I should have on me, which is the food that's for my long distance and stuff and give me bonuses. It's fine, just means it won't be quite as effective. I'm wondering why I'm shooting things and things aren't one-shotting, but that'll be why. Slightly we're too far north. Yeah, I'm trying to like save a bit of ammo by not having to like use another set of ammo and stuff just to like take out 0 health. It's quite annoying actually. I should go back and get these bonuses, but once I killed something, as long as I actually stay in a death zone and get that, have the bullet storm, I get enough bonus from that. But it would be nice to have the actual more permanent bonus randomly as well. see he's got a big shield, which is the awkward thing with that particular one. You don't shoot him dead on the first part, which, to be fair, the actual warriors are pretty hard normally to one shot unless you're quite a big level above them, or you get a very perfect shot with critical damage. So I'm not in the area I thought I was. I was assuming because this is the spiritual, well, I say spiritual area, it's referred to as an enriched. Is it enriched? Yeah, well, the stuff that you make from this area is called enriched, but it's kind of like enchanted. So we will go down here somewhere where we will get to the fort. So I'll just trigger it with the croc. Wow. Two crocs. Where you see that red thing, that means they're doing like their special or heavy attack. Which for crocs is pretty scary. They have a kill attack. But I literally walked into like the most infested area crocs. Don't get me. Oh my god. There's crocs everywhere. Okay, if I head this direction, we should bump into the fort. Killing the warriors, the indigenous people. Be a bit careful how I pull them. Not get swarmed with them. Although you do normally attack one and you'll get like 4 or 5 coming after you sometimes. It's free. Made me jump. I did see like an aggro thing on the side, but I really thought it was one in front of me. Okay, that was like one of the ones that are carrying a key anyway, so that means we'll be able to get one of the chests or whatever. Oh my god. Am I going the wrong direction? I feel like I am. I'm aggroing all the animals. All the crocs. Hopefully they are. Oh what? No crocs. That's it, you go away. Leave me alone. There's a crocodile there. It's quite close to aggroing. Hopefully this time. I think there's like one more left, which is this one. Okay, so you can see at the moment there's an enchanted kind of what I'm going to describe as a timer, but it's not necessarily a timer. But it is a timer because if we stay in this zone and that reaches full, we will be killed. So we kind of have to keep an eye on that. I have once died to it because I kind of, while I remembered it, kind of also got a bit overconfident and forgot where the timer was and got killed by it. So I can confirm it definitely does kill you. I didn't suspect it would, but I wasn't 100% sure until I actually did kill that for the first time. Up to the point, you know, you try these things, you don't actually know, you just assume. But yeah, it does kill you if you let the timer run down. Probably come down here. These ones aren't the cleverest. Even though they can't see it, they'll still chuck their spears at you. There's another guy there. They're everywhere. He's didn't see me, but it'll still, you could hear him actually still firing. Something's firing at me. Which would suggest actually the aggro is this side, so there must be something else on that the other side of that wall, but there is definitely something here as well on the other side of that. Just need to take that one out because that one's got a key. I need to go reset my timer. So you can see it's yeah, enchanted thing does go down quite fast. I'm assuming this is to force you to be very conscious of your time. But once you're outside the area, it effectively slowly resets. And then once you get it clear, you can go back in and it kind of restarts again. And it's just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So you have to try and keep an eye on it. Like I said, I've only once been caught out where I kind of had a momentary loss of concentration is how I describe that. But yeah, you do have to try and remember to keep an eye on it. You hear that sound? Him throwing it. I think he really threw it. Clearly still had something there. There's one there, but I might have to fire through. I think I'd have to fire through without destroying the actual defense. That. Make sure we pick up the things that those people dropped because I think they dropped keys. So far we've got 4 keys, I think. So we should be able to take 4 of these safes. That's where we get our cool stuff. I have actually upgraded most of my stuff actually, so I don't actually really need those bars that I would normally need to upgrade all my stuff that I've got, but I've literally maxed everything out to my highest level that I can do at the moment. There is obviously limitations on the game because the game is still in beta and development, so obviously I think we'll continue to expand, but at the moment I've like maxed it as far as I can max it. I don't know how my health got down to pretty much 0. I don't know how I didn't die there. Because it looked like I had 0 health bar, but yeah. Somehow. Wherever that guy's gone, I have no idea. But that's fine. I don't mind. Oh, there's someone. Are they dead? Oh, might have one-shotted them. Or they could be moving at me somewhere. There's a way down, they'll be definitely moving towards me somewhere. This witch dog does place kind of like a totem pole thing that auto fires at you, like a self protection turret, which I expect it's placed somewhere. Normally they'll place it wherever they get first attack, so somewhere here there'll be something that tries to attack us that'll be kind of, oh there it is, it's like that's the thing that it created. Something down there. I'm not sure if I actually want to go in there just yet. We will go in there, but just maybe after we've done everything else first. There is like tons of them. I think I've just aggroed a ton. I need to reset my timer because this my timer is pretty high already. Reset that. Might go up those stairs. I think that might be the way up to the top part. And then we can maybe attack the rest of the NPCs from the top area, because they won't be able to get up there as easy. Well, at least they'll take a little bit more time. I always prefer to take the high ground if I can. This feels like I've aggroed something, although I'm not seeing anything. Got, yeah, no more health next. Whole idea of those is just get it to trigger, so you can get him to throw his spear, waste his spear, and then he'll have like a cooldown timer. You can time to get back in and attack it. More treasure. A little bit more. So now I should have a nice easier time where I can attack them and they'll not be able to literally run at me at least. Although I've got a feeling that now we're going up those stairs. Or they could stay below. Either or. If they stay below, it's better for me. I've got no more bullets left. I did say Lou always underestimates how much bullets he needs. Or ammo. To be fair, I wasn't expecting to have to take so many like creatures out just to get to the bloody thing. Okay, we'll need to go get some ammo. It'll give us actually a chance to go and get some other stuff as well. So I do want to. I prefer if I actually had the right food on me as well. And I noticed I was leaving it a bit tight there for the other timer. I'll avoid them. As long as you keep running, they generally don't keep up with you. We'll just aggro everything as we run past. Literally, wow, so much stuff around. I swear it's not normally this busy. Yes, there are like animals and stuff around, but normally when hunting alligators, sometimes I struggle to find them. Like, not as abundant as they are at this very second. I think it's a streamer's curse, that. Or something along those lines. So, here's the camp over here. Effectively, all you really need to do in this game is actually just get to water, because once you get to water, you can just summon your ship. And once you get on you summon your ship, you can fast travel from your ship. So, the ship is like your holy grail for quite a few different reasons. It'll save you having to go back to base to empty like your stuff that you're carrying, because you can utilize the cargo that it has. Although this current ship I'm in here doesn't have a very big cargo in comparison to some of the ships that you can get, only because this one I went for a complete powerhouse when it came to effectively taking out of a ship. So I wanted one ship that was just an absolute beast at taking out anything else, and that I chose to do with the frigate. Well, all my other ships are actually brethren ships, so they actually, the bonus that you get on them is
helm's yours, Captain.
To do with your hold and hit points. So if I'd got the frigate version of the brethren for the frigate, its hit points are 210,000 in comparison to 110,000, which 110,000 is actually not bad when you heavily kit out how attack hungry that the frigate can be when you use the like non-brethren one. If you actually use, so this is the one I've made, just the Blackbeard frigate, and this has like very weak hit points in comparison to say the brethren one, which is 200. So I said 210, but it's 200. Still almost 100,000 less. Its max speed though with this is 16, and this one, the brig, like I did notice quite how bad like this one is slow in comparison to like the fastest ship, which again, the fastest ships for all of these are always the Blackbeard ones. So they're 22 here, but as you can see, 50,000 hit points in comparison to 90,000, but its speed is 18 for the brethren, which is his minus point, but also its main battery is a lot weaker. Nothing else is hugely different. It's mainly like the hit points and the cargo size, which is the bonus for the brethren, and then that switches over from this being worse and the cargo size being worse to giving you max speed. But also this is the other part that's better, which you have the ability to use the heavier caliber batteries. Now the version 2, which are the ones that are the 24 lib ones, they are effectively kind of like not as good for accuracy when you go to like those level of normal, at least, cannons. However, you can get the upgraded ones which take away the penalty, which means you get then exactly the same kind of accuracy as you get with the smaller ones, and also the larger ones, which when you get the normal ones, they have worse kind of accuracy for the kind of medium range ones. So when you come up to the large one, you then get 2 sets of batteries. So you get your normal one, which is, this is the one, well actually this is kind of like your main one on the other ships, but now you get 12 guns, which now you can have the choice of either having 12, 24 or 36. So obviously if you're using the Blackbeard one, it makes sense that you have the 36, because that's the whole reason why you go with this ship, because on the other ones the highest caliber you can put in is 24 libs, and that kind of is the same with the other ones as well. You're limited by how heavy the caliber bit like cannons that you can put into those ones. So effectively you're either choosing to go offense or kind of defense, or at least defense minded, because the ones that are non-Blackbeard, they are slow, they carry more. So that's the real benefit of the Beveren, is the fact that it can tank like anything. Well, I say almost anything. It's like if you go above or against a ship that's say a lot higher level than you, it will still burn through that kind of tank that you've got, because you don't have the kind of right resistances. So effectively just make sure that if you are kind of going with a defensive mode, that you kind of stay within your level areas, or at least try and avoid the big ships as much as you can, or at least certainly outrun them. Don't try and take them on head on. I have, and I've up to date not actually lost any ships, but I did run the risk a couple of times where I pushed it a little bit, and that's just because I do use the health quite a lot to try and restore the health, and when you've got the powerful ones as well, you can kind of take a little bit more risks. That rarely does restore the health back pretty fast. But yeah, once you get into this ship, pretty much like anything on the water that you take on, that I've taken on so far, dies within seconds. Like as long as you get the shot on, you're literally sinking that ship almost with just like one volley of rounds, which is quite a lot different than these ones, which I found, it can take you 4 or 5 volleys sometimes to take a ship, or at least disable the ship, if not disable or like sink the ship. Where this one, it's kind of like sometimes tricky just to, with the merchant ships at least, just to save it without sinking it, because when you hit it and you hit the sweet spot, it will just go from full health to literally taking it out and sinking it. So yeah, it's all good. Let's go get some food anyway, and let's get back to that fort. Big there, put that back, and that in there for now, just because I can't be bothered sorting it right now. We're on a stream. As you can tell, everything's dead organised, but when I'm on a stream, I'm conscious of you guys just having to watch me like keep my stuff sorted. So I'll try not to waste your times and be a bit more productive, probably. Just need to do some bonus stuff for this, because we get our 20 precision points for that, so that's a really heavy good bonus. That's there. Carrying around metal ingot for some reason. It's because I was probably yesterday still in the middle of just upgrading something, and I needed those ingots. So one thing I still find annoying, they haven't changed it either yet. I'm hoping they do, and it's the fact that when you like put something in crafting, that when you go to build something else that requires the output of that crafting, you don't actually have to take it out of the box, and then it will just use the resources and everything, including the crafting like area outputs, which they don't at the moment, which I find very annoying. Okay, I need ammo, don't I? Let's go get some ammo. I did try to make sure I had plenty of metal, but I'll probably end up not having enough, and we'll have to go on a small little run to go get some. I seem to eat it like rather faster than I'd hope. Just there is one good thing actually, is you can buy the sulfur, which means you have to at least do sulfur runs. So this is what you get when you actually buy it. You get 50 per box, and yeah, as you can tell there, I just bought a load of it. I'll leave it in the box and then open the box as I need each one. I'll give you 50. I suppose I should open another box early. The reason why I don't like turn it all into gunpowder is just so that I can keep an eye on like what I'm using, so that I know how close I am to running out. The whole idea is that I've constantly got like a backup of most of the stuff, or a good supply of stuff. That's the plan. Actually, it worked out so well that way, but. And if everything major, I do try to make sure I've got stock like the metal. I do try to keep a good stock of the metal. Although I have used up all the steel at the moment, so if I do need to make any more iron balls, we will need to go and get a bit more iron, but that's usually pretty easy. There's a nice quarry to go to get that. The sulfur is just a bit of a pain because it's spread out across various different areas, so it's a bit more painful with the sulfur, but not a huge amount more. And I just noticed actually I might not have had the Twitch chat going, so sorry about that. I've only just actually realised. I thought everyone's been really quiet today. I just realised one of the channels wasn't connected. Although another one actually doesn't show green as well, so I hope everyone that's on TikTok also is, if you are chatting, apologise. I do check and try to make sure that everything is running, but it's really hard when you've got like 5 streams all running on different platforms. I use an interconnected chat that sometimes is really temperamental whether it actually wants to connect to every platform. TikTok is normally the one that it decides that it doesn't want to connect to, but today it said it's connected, so I'm hoping that it's connected and it's working alright. Just need this to finish. Probably will need like all of those, or at least another 4 units. So they actually do in 10s, so I just need like another 40 out of it, and then we can get going. So do let me know if you play Windrose and where you've got up to. If you've got any pictures of your base and stuff like that. We do have a Discord server, so feel free to join that. There's links on YouTube in the main profile page. I haven't put links everywhere to Discord just because well, effectively at one stage I just wanted it to automate itself, so people who were subscribers would be able to gain access to it, but yeah, to do that you've got to have X amount of members and stuff like that, and yeah, it started to get a bit more complicated about how and when I could do that, so I've just decided to keep it completely open now. So there is a link that people can join, and while I will have to manually add people with permissions, yeah, it's just going to be a manual job for now. Until which stage I can connect to the automated server, which they only enable when you get to certain subscription levels. So whichever gets there first. Like Twitch also has it. I don't think TikTok have any feature where you can automate Discord based on subscribers and followers and stuff like that. So I could be wrong because they are constantly always improving TikTok. And I have finally got TikTok to where I like it. It's like everything seems to work, the sound's coming through the right place. Yeah, there's just not a huge amount now, I think, that it's not working the way I want it to work. The only thing I find most frustrating now is the actual broadcast software that I am having to use to do the multi-streaming has got so complex in getting it all to work in the way I wanted it to work that now sometimes I do run into issues, and when I run into an issue it's like running into a brick wall. Just trying to solve it and work out what part of it and why that part of it just doesn't want to play game can be very frustrating. But when it works, it's great. It's like most things. Okay. I think we've got everything, so let's go back. And at least it's day now, so but it's far better when during the day because you can actually see everything as well. At night it's so much harder to see things. Mainly the NPCs that are about to try and snap at my ankles when it comes to the crocs and all those warriors and indigenous people. Proper health bar going. We should also be able to allow one-shot things pretty much. Well, that was like not a kill shot. I was expecting it to be 4,000. We were doing 3,000 before. I was taking a whole health bar. Now it's like taking out a part of a health bar. That doesn't quite make sense. Sounds good. Yeah, he's going to carry on walking past. I'm just going to walk past. No point taking him up, I don't need to. And we're not where I need to be anyway. So ignore that, because that's farm area to get metal. Crocs. Crocs are everywhere. I'm sure this is the area we've cleared. Well, part of it. Definitely things are aggroed. Yeah, I want to go this way first. I just aggroed something else behind. I swear this feels like an area I've already done. Got someone with a spear firing at me. Well, there's one up there firing at me probably as well. What? Ow. Oh, did I go past the timer? No, I couldn't have done. You must have done with the spear out. I'm sure my health was like 4 bar. She's about to kill me with like one spear arrow, unless it was like a crit shot. Some fucking crit shot if it was. Now we could save ourselves time and build like a camp closer to it. A little tenty thing. Set our respawn thing to it, but the only problem I found with doing that is sometimes you can get yourself a bit stuck, because if an NPC parks itself right next to your respawn thing, you'll keep respawning next to it, and you're then stuck in a loop of trying to kill it before it kills you. Especially if a few of them then start getting near that like respawn tent. But sometimes it's good to have your respawn tents and things in areas where nothing spawns. Oh, this is the big monster thing. Yeah, this is this thing literally chucks. Not quite trees at you, but something similar. See now, stop throwing things at me. And nothing really stops it either. It really does very fast. First time I did this. Yeah, there you go. It starts to throw rocks. And I've not had a rock hit me yet, but I would imagine it pretty much will one-shot you, so... That's dead. There we go. Oh no, it's not. It's alive. Almost dead. When it dies, it has loads of spikes and things that come up like that, yeah. So I'm not sure if you're near it when that happens, whether that does you a lot of damage. I'm guessing it would. But yeah, if you want it to like do some farming for you, you can kite it around and it'll start like, because it chucks rocks and stuff at you, it effectively start taking down like, all of the trees and that for you, which you can actually do if your ship as well. So if you change your ship from cannons to the sail attack, you can actually take down all the trees and stuff. So if you're trying to clear an area or just trying to get quick farming, it's kind of a way to speed it up a bit. Cheeky guys. Without this totem, they didn't actually do anything, so it's kind of like you will eventually go to where it's going to be attacking you, where he's placed all those totems, which is there, just there, you can see it. Might have placed down 2 actually. There's one of them. I think there's one in the middle of that area as well. There. But that's to attack, so literally if you're well away from where it initially spawns them, then it just stands there and doesn't do anything. Pretty weird. Already down to like 50. 50 ammo. I eat it, literally. This must be the other side of where we were originally. How about that? This area just respawns very fast. Here comes the thunder and lightning. I always forget, but I actually do have a pistol now. This pistol here. And this pistol actually gives me life regeneration. 40% of my health regeneration per shot. So you can pretty much fill up your whole health. If you remember to use it. Or that you've even got it. Half time, leave you gets. Yeah. Ah, yeah. I actually just realised that thing's not up this time. The last time we came in, there was an enchanted thing in this area, but for some reason this time the enchanting thing's not there. I wonder if it's like only at certain times. Most of the enchanted areas are constant, but yeah, not in this area, so I don't 100% know. If that enchanted thing might be a timer, or it might not always be here. As you can tell, my scored skills in this game, or all my skills are towards like using long range. So when it comes to bringing a sword, I can really only use it to try and finish things off because it really doesn't have that much DPS. It has enough just to like get you over the line, but not enough to like take an enemy out from start. Which is also one of the reasons why I do like switch to it, is so that I don't waste ammo just on like taking out a little bit of health. Like I use the gun to take out majority of the health, and then as long as it's low enough, finish it off with the sword. There was another one. There were two of them that came. Where is it? It's gone back. Just realised as well, I probably need to use my gun because realised like I've got no help. I've got to make some more bandages. Boy, I can't believe you got that way. I think this has reset, you know. I swear this is exactly the same area we're in. But unless there is literally a mirror of two sides that are exactly the same. What is this? Is it this even the same area? It feels like it might be even the area next to the area. Because every time you open something, not once the chain's gone up, but it hasn't. So I wonder if I'm not even in the area. Like an outskirt area. Oh, there is actually a special ability as well for the sword. There is a reason why I have the sword I've got, because there's actually this, like a particular thing that you get for the sword. I won't do it right now, but when we get like some enemies surrounding us, we can use that, and it steals their life. But unlike the that gun, it doesn't actually give you the life, so it just takes their life health bar. That's where I died last time. Into that thing. That's that one shotter. Any more? Around the corner somewhere. What I'm finding really weird is the fact that this isn't enchanted. I'm really confused how the enchanted part comes. Although that's enchanted down there. Why is it? Is it bugged? It must be on the timer. It must be just like 7 points to the day, maybe. I hate how they bob their head from side to side. It makes it really hard hitting them in the head. Obviously by design, but annoying. Well, we won't be taking on any bosses. Make sure there's nothing here that I need to get back over here. Yeah, to make sure I actually have cleared this area. I'm pretty sure I had. I think that is everything from here. I think we need to go in that temple there. We do need to go in that other place as well, but I'm not sure I'm going to have enough ammo to really go in there and actually do much. There were definitely 2 warriors there a minute ago. Where are they gone? I think that other one's a spear. There'll be something up there. So this is also maybe only half of it's enchanted, because this is enchanted, this area. but this area doesn't appear to be enchanted. So it looks like just half the area is enchanted. That looks like a boss. Or whatever it is, I've aggroed it. Ooh, it's a warrior. Really like change. Give me the that lifesteal. You just stand there with no shield down. It's easy when they don't have a shield down. It's like when they got the shield up against their face. And they didn't really take much damage from like shooting in their legs and stuff. There's like aggro behind me. Following. That's always good. They're not following. I don't need to sneak it out. Cheeky boy, he got a spear away. I'm kind of glad this whole area isn't full of enchantments, if I'm honest, because while I don't mind doing like metal farming, which you have to do all the high tier metal farming in enchanted areas, but I didn't really fancy having to do this whole temple area in the enchanted area because having to reset it all the time. And when I'm in the middle of a battle, it's rather distracting having to keep an eye out on the timer as well as like the enemy and stuff. I've got literally one little pellet left. The door treasury stands wide open. Anything worth taking was salvaged long before you arrived. Awesome. Pointless to be in here then. If it said anything different on the other side, but it didn't. Now we did find another doorway on the enchanted side, so I think we'll be able to go into that one, and that one should have treasure in it. Cleared all this area out, that's cool. I think we've cleared out the other side as well, the enchanted side. So we should be able to just hopefully freely walk around and not have to worry about any more warriors. Ooh. I was expecting there to be things in here I had to kill. I was expecting it to be quite so easy. Wow. There's the protector. You're a bit late, mate. I've already got the treasure. And I've got no more ammo. Yeah, well, need to go farm some stuff to get some metal. You also do actually run faster. It's one of those few games that you can actually run faster when you're not actually carrying a gun or any weapon in your hand. Normally it's based on like how much you're actually carrying, but this game fires all of that and just says, yep, if you're not holding anything, regardless to how much you've got in your backpack and stuff, you can run faster. One thing I do like about this game as well is it just does base the inventory on your like backpack, it doesn't have like weights as well as like how many infantry slots and stuff you've got. It just has literally infantry slots. Certain items use up more, certain items use up less. Like, they haven't overcomplicated it. Because we're so close to quick travel over here, we'll go use this rather than call the ship. And I'll go to... Actually, we'll go back first, just to empty our inventory so that we can pick up as much metal as we can on our metal run. Also, I would just go straight and get the metal now. This is the one thing I'm not like a huge fan of. It does seem to be very temperamental with the quick drop. It doesn't always seem to, even though you go over the right box, it seems to drop things in, even though it should do, and then you get a bit closer. Like, there is a limit on how far away you have to be to drop the things. So my big warehouse, yeah, it's a bit of a pain. Yeah, I slipped past it a bit too fast, maybe, I don't know. I'm spamming the button though. I've got stuff there for treasure. It's just tar, I think, and health. We could go in these. And then our treasure goes in our lovely treasure hole. I've got some piratey chests. We'll need the keys. So these are the keys for that temple. We need those because we're about to get into all of the chests without them. This is the like Inca ingots, and it's the Inca ingots that you need to upgrade your weapons and stuff, which you can upgrade your weapons when you come to here. So when you come here and you have a viable weapon that can be ascended, you use those ingots to ascend it. But I've maxed out all of my ascension for the main weapons I'm using at the moment. So the main weapons I've now got is the Soul Eater, which has a special ability which you haven't seen yet, but effectively you can press F key, which does a special attack, and he kind of does a grab in the air, some lovely little halo thing comes around. Within a certain distance, you'll effectively do damage to an AoE damage to all of the like things around you. And this is the plague pistol, so this is the one where I get the health back by shooting. You get 40% back of the health or damage that you do back as health. And then my main reliable musket, which again has been fully upgraded, all level 15. All my I've now got the full set of the marksman stuffs as well, so I get the full bonus for the 5 pieces I've got, but you need 4 pieces to get the second part of the bonus. Again, all that maxed out to level 15. And then we've got the major cutthroat one, which has got the crit damage for 30% damage health. Again, that's great for trying to get your one shots. Obviously it does depend on getting that critical, but as long as you've got all your bonuses running, it still does help. But if you do get the crit, it is a good one shotter. And then we've got our position 15. If you're running that along with the position 20 that you get from the food, and then vitality as well. I had the vitality because this has its second bonus based on vitality. So effectively, when you're doing the special attack, it scales that special attack based on your vitality. So if you've got 20 extra vitality, you're effectively really maxing out that attack. And there are certain kind of limits on some of the attacks that you have, but vitality apparently is one of the only ones where it's not actually limited. So where the other ones, I am probably wasting some of my skill points in it when all the bonuses are running. I won't be when it comes to the vitality side of things. I should have probably got they probably filled up my lantern, which I can do. We'll just need to kill some pigs. Would have been easier if I put it back at the base because I have all the animal fat there. Just need one more. I just need 3 animal fat. One more pig. Come on, piggy. There he is. I would pick up the bananas, but it's decent enough infantry space, and obviously we're here to get metal, so pointless picking up useless things I don't really need. There's never a pig around when you want one. I always seem to aggro them when I'm around here. Just aggro everything. These things are a pain in the ass. The blue things. Goats. I'm not scared of them anymore. I used to be scared of them. I think everything in this game you're like scared of when you're low level and they do you like a huge amount of damage, but when they don't, it's not so bad. Goats don't give me any animal fat. It's only pigs that give you animal fat, which is why I'm after pigs. For whatever reason. There are only 2 pigs in this area. There's usually more of them. I need to see what I'm doing. There'll be another pig here somewhere. There's usually like 3 or 4 of them. Hey piggies. There's no point going further in because the pigs on this part of the map, they are only on the outskirts, so as soon as I get too far in, they all change. All the NPCs go up towards the goats and wolves. Might be a pig. I'm pretty sure there's no pigs on it over this little area. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there aren't. All those dodos before you end up going into the goats. Well, there's one. There's a pig. I see you. Hiding away. Okay, we've got our animal fat. I've got a hut over there, so I'll be able to make or fill up the oil lantern in there. Because to fill up the oil lantern, you need a workbench, and you can only use the workbench with the roof. So I do have these spotted around different places. Not on every island, but I have them on quite a few of the islands. Just saves you having to go back to the main base to do little things like this. Just keep especially this particular hut, I should actually leave animal fat there because I always end up having to sometimes get some pigs when I've got loads of animal fat back at the base. And this is the main place actually I normally need the lantern, because this is mostly a regular place that I come to get my iron, and you need the lantern for this area. You do need the lantern for some other places as well, but I'd say that this is predominantly, at least my main area where I'm using it. Oh, there will be a wolf down here. I've just realised I don't have any ammo on me, which is going to be a bit of a pain, but I'm high enough level now that, like, while it's easier to take these wolves out with my gun, I can take them out with my sword. They're low enough level, so generally they're not as bad. Like when you're trying to do that low level and it hits you once and you're pretty much dead. It's a challenge. There's one in this cave as well. You ran away. A bit closer. Just noticed my food ran out, so my health bar literally evaporated. I still don't quite understand this game with regards to like a survivalist game. It doesn't really rely on eating to survive. It's more you've got the food where you just give you a health bar, which you don't need most of the time. A lot of the time I'll go around doing things just with the health bar I've got right now. I would prefer to have like some bandages. Like that's the one thing I do try to make sure I have on me. Although I'm not having a great example of that today because so far that's not doing that. But... And I don't have, which I normally have. I normally keep enough wood down there so that I can make kind of like some there. Well, they're kind of stairs, but they call them stairs, but they're more like ladders. But ladders that are on a tilt. I can't actually build ladders, or at least I haven't found in all the stuff that I've got so far, all the recipes I've got to build ladders. But one thing I do tend to have to get to little areas like the ore up there is building these. And luckily you don't actually have to have a kind of territorial unit to build, so you can have these. I did actually plan that I'd said I'd because I regularly come down here is to build a walkway so I don't have to keep building this or rely on it, but every time I come down here I don't have enough wood, so let's see if we can put something together this time so I don't have to keep doing this. Trying to make something that you jump on and use to get to all the area. It's really annoying that I normally just have enough to make just one ladder. I don't have to keep demolishing it so I can even get to the rest of the ore. So I wanted to kind of put something up here that every time I come here I don't have to keep doing that. Now next time I come here, hopefully the wolf doesn't destroy it and it'll still be there. Like normally the ladder that I leave here is normally here every time I come back, so that should survive, I reckon. If I attack it while we're in there, the wolf can destroy it, or like an NPC can destroy stuff that you build. I didn't know that from like when I've put down a tent before and I had myself respawn on it, and it's one of those occasions where I had some enemies that kept spawning right on top of my respawn point. But it did end up that the NPCs did end up like taking out my tent, so I lost the respawn point. Which was probably a wise point in the end, because I think I'd probably died up 5 times in a row trying to like respawn back into this area, just because I was determined that I have to walk my way all the way back to this area. But yeah, in the end I got forced to do that anyway. And wasted like 10 minutes trying to get up in the area. picking up like tons of rock ore. I will dump the rock at some point. I'm only interested in this ore. You notice like this poor ore and then just like iron ore. Like it's the iron ore we're early after, but even the poor ore will still give us some. It just doesn't give us as much for every like part that we're having to take out. So it just means you have to kind of filter out the stone if you don't want the stone as well. But like you do need stone for obviously all the building stuff I built there. I actually had to have them come out and do quite a lot of just stone just to get the stone to build all the floor and base out, because even wood as well, I had stacks of 2 boxes of wood and still didn't have enough. Ended up having to several times go out to get more wood. So when you're going through the game, make sure that you try and store it all and don't do what I did a bit, like dump stuff, because all these try and despawn it, although you can't really despawn stuff in this game. It doesn't like despawn after a while, it'll just stay there until you pick it up at some point. But yeah, I did. There is like piles of stuff around in various different parts of this map. It hasn't despawned, but I've dropped it because I didn't want to. I think all this stuff will stay at least until this area respawns, and then it'll put all this rock back into what it respawns. That usually takes about an hour-ish. Still not too sure on the timer, but it feels like about an hour. It could be about 2 hours. I think we've gone through most of this area now. I feel like there's like another little part we haven't been in. Been there. Yeah, maybe we are full, because that's pretty as full as you're gonna get. Like we can get, there is another area we could get to if we wanted to get more. That's all stone. Like I'm quite happy to drop a slot of stone to get more iron, but that's all stone anyway, so it's pointless dropping stone to pick up stone. So we've got enough. We'll go back, put that into production. A lot of gates around. I swear today there's like more NPCs around than it's like, yeah, there's usually quite a lot of gates around it, but not like, there's like 3 or 4 of the, what you call the leader goats, which are the ones with the big horns. You know, it's like 2 or 3 that will sometimes spread out, but then if they're together, if you take them out, then there won't be any more. And you know, it's, I'd say it's a significant area. There were like tons on the top, even more below. It's like everywhere I'm going today is just like extra NPCs. Will that do it all? It does. I wasn't too sure whether I had enough charcoal, but we do. I will put some more charcoal in, because it's awful when you run out of wood or charcoal, because then you have to wait for the charcoal to do, so that you can then move the charcoal, so that you can then put metal in, and because the charcoal pretty much does it just as slow as the metal, you don't ever get ahead, so it's like you literally swap them for one just to keep the metal production going. So it's always, this is the part that I do try to stock up and make sure that I have enough things to get like metal running whenever I need to run the metal. So just have like the charcoal ready, and anything else that like needs like a precursor. I'll give us 40 shots on we can do at least 80. Like we had 80 before and still ran out. I think I could go around with like 200 shots and still only last probably half an hour before I'm already out of ammo. It's even less than I thought. It's like 25. I forgot that's 5 per unit. It's gunpowder.
Is worth more than gold.
A bit better on the ratios. Right, 1. Yeah, I pressed quick drop on that, and I knew that was the box, but it just wasn't going to drop. So annoying. It randomly selects whether it wants me to be able to quick drop or not. I can't even say that was like too far away because I was right on top of the damn thing. So annoying. I think that needed. So there's sulfur. I need some more ash. It might be better. We'll get ash from like the production that we've currently got for doing charcoal, because when you make charcoal you get 2 outputs. You get charcoal and ash. You can convert the actual charcoal into ash, and you get 6 pieces for 2 pieces of charcoal. So if you've got loads of charcoal, it can be good to put it into production just to switch it over so you can get the ash, because yeah, when you're trying to make ammo like the gunpowder all the time, you eat through it so fast, faster than you do the charcoal. Like even if you're making metal all the time, you don't tend to use like the charcoal as much as you'd think, but the ash, it's like it's there 1 minute and it's gone the next. And yeah, gunpowder's slow. It's got most of the key resources, so it's not quite so bad as it could be. You have to get every component. It takes longer. You have to go farm all the stuff, then make the stuff. That's kind of like why it's probably a survivalist game. To test the nerves of having to make everything just do things constantly. I've got 80 shots on me, 20 loaded, 40 loaded, 40 there. I just need another 30, so another 3 of these units, and then we should be good. While I wait for that, I'll go and drop off the rest of this stuff that's still in my inventory. I love how sometimes it just drops and sometimes it doesn't. Oh, and the metal, the meat never dropped. To be fair, I didn't actually click over the box. I think it's this one here. Yeah. See, I'm still learning where my stuff in my warehouse is. Like, I have tried to strategically place everything as well. So you'll notice that there isn't signs on everything, and that's because I'm actually using these to remind myself what's in these boxes. So these types of materials are in these boxes. Apart from this is all wood. So all the the stuff that would make ropes and stuff like that, which reminds me I do need to make some bandages. All that's here. And the same on this side as well, like all the stuff that's here and the chilies. I think it's this this box here is chilies. So that's because there's chilies on the bottom shelf there. And then on this shelf, you've got leeks and mushrooms, hence leeks and mushrooms. So even though it doesn't look like there's sense, I have got little kind of reminders to try and make a reminder what's in the boxes. And then, yeah, there's like a main area box that kind of just doubly reminds me. Like after a while, you know, I remember where all the boxes are, but I'm just so used to where the boxes were in the old warehouse. And because that warehouse is just so much bigger, and there are boxes literally almost for most things, just for single items. I've had to obviously change the layout quite a bit. And when I did that, I just thought about how I could try and lay it out in a way that would help my start to remember where everything is. So I can just glance at things and go, yep, that's where that is, or that should be and stuff. Okay, we've got 80, enough for 80 shots, so that's good enough to go back at least and see what else we need to clear out to get the rest of the area. Like I think we might have actually cleared out the area, but there might be still a little bit more that we can clear out. Probably should have gone to bed. Could have turned it back today. Because I'm also don't have my lantern. One-shotted. I'm not sure if the NPCs around this little area are like weaker than the other ones. Seem to certainly die a lot easier. Either that I've just been lucky and got 2 crit shots. I didn't even have my food bonuses running at the moment. Which is why I'm more surprised about the crit shots than I normally would be. Run into crocs. Try not to kill the crocs, not because I don't want to kill them. It's just more the fact that I want to try and preserve the ammo. But I do tend to get through a bit too fast. Should be safe, like pretty sure. Not on this, there should have been spawned. Now, if I remember rightly, we did actually have an NPC here, didn't we? Hence why we left. I think there might be a little area that we haven't quite cleared out yet. It just dawned on me. Been in there. The door we opened. There's the NPC that I took a shot at last time. Oh, do you know what I haven't done? I forgot to get the med body. Bandages. Oh, I actually did one shot. Wow. Plant. I thought that was a NPC down there a minute ago. Get so flingy in this game sometimes. Those things over there, there'll be metal in those. You normally get like 1 or 2 nodes that you can get some metal from. The main areas you'll see on the map with the like a pickaxe which is the symbol for a mine. We can get in there. It looks hollow. So at the moment we've got 4 out of the 6 places that we need to find. Double check that definitely was the area we have, but it's empty, so it must be definitely one of the areas we have already gone to. So we just need to find a way in. And Lou needs to keep an eye on that timer before he gets killed by the enchantment. Oop, the one Lou. I wonder if maybe these things aren't separate like I thought they are, and they are part of this area. Zero damage. Bandages. There's the reason why I didn't take the health, because I just felt it's just very likely I'm going to die even without the even with the taking the food and a bigger health bar. Without bandages, you don't last very long, because half the time for some reason the pistol doesn't just change the pistol very easy. For some reason it gets a bit stuck. Like here it seems to work fine. Get near an NPC and then it's all of a sudden press pistol and it's like it doesn't want to change the pistol. So it's not a very reliable way of getting health. It's like an emergency health if you can get the thing to really bring up the gun fast enough. But then if you get ambushed by like a enchanted croc, you got no chance, because those things are brutal. Like crocs have a heavy attack, but those enchanted ones, oh, they're even worse. And I didn't see it until literally I seen it in the corner of my eye. I was like, oh, that's an enchanted croc. I seen it and it had already attacked. It's like nothing I could really do. I don't think you see me. Oh, you see me. Oh well. It's fun, it's fun, it's fun. Yo, lose aggro. They don't tend to have like very big elastic bands, so normally you can get them to lose them pretty fast if you just keep running. Let's go and get my my death spawn. Now these things do normally, sometimes they do hang around where you die. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. I've got a feeling that croc will be there. I'm not sure if the rest of the NPCs would have stayed there. They will sometimes attack each other, which always helps, because that means they'll be on the lower health. Where is that croc? Like, it came from nowhere just to kill me and then bug it off again. So typical. Nowhere to be seen. Happens to be there when I'm like being attacked by other things. So annoying. Have I been here? There is things around which I've not opened. Oh, maybe I did. I've opened that because that's empty, but there was a container there. It's pretty normal that Lua doesn't see a container that's on the floor or something that he's supposed to pick up and leaves loot on the floor. Try not to, but I don't know what it is with me in games. My eye for detail lacking a bit. Where is that? I swear there's a little tower area on this side. I lose my bearings. Or did I go past it? I went past it. There is one more NPC. Oh, there's also a towery thing there. Let's take that out so it doesn't start attacking me as I walk past it. They normally place one tower down. I've noticed twice now that placed out around here. They seem to place two. There's another one. Yeah, that's gone up to 5, so I think we just need to go to that other tower and that will then finish this area. It's just on the other side to here. Normally just like areas that just have those towers that are considered an area. Whoa, there's the crook. Mama crack. Oh, there's two of them. Oh no! Oh, just about enough. Although I will be taking bleed damage now probably, so I just need to bandage. And then get the hell out of here. Sure if I picked up the stuff the other one dropped. Yeah, I think I did. The one thing I do find quite annoying in this game is the fact how fast the bodies disappear. And you have to guess like where it's dropped its stuff because the body's disappeared and it's not always very clear where the loot is that it's just dropped. Even though kind of you do see like sparkly things coming off it, it's at night it's easier to see that, but during the day when you've got an area like this it's already sparkly, it's sometimes hard to see something that's sparkly inside other things that are sparkling at the same time. Okay, so we've got the green tick, so we've done all of the chest boxes, got all the loot, and this area is finally clear. So that's another one ticked off on this island. So we'll go see what that is. I do like to complete islands. Not a completist, but you know, I do like to, for these little ones. It's more the fact that I'm thinking I could be leaving loot behind. And this is where you get, like in these chests, is where you get all your like your rare kind of weapons and armor. Now, even though I've got all the set and the weapons I like, doesn't mean to say there's another piece out there of something that I might really find better than what I've got. So I do want to try and get everything. For once, I've actually got a half decent amount of ammo. Say half decent. It's like we're not far off halfway through the ammo, but we've got some luck. But we're not taking that because it'll aggro the other one as well. I reckon this could be a camp. And it is camp. So that means you get to bury treasure. So these are always the same, pretty much. Oh, there's a savage boar beast. 13. Oh my god, that's going to be a pain to take out. I was hoping it wasn't a high level one. I need something I can stand on that's not going to destroy. I'd stand on the tent, but it will rip that tent apart. Could do for rock. High enough. Might be. Can't see the pig though from here. Okay, we'll have to take a pot shot and then run onto the rock. One of my tactics for taking out things that are just like brutally hard else. Oh, I've aggroed it. It's coming. See that's why this one's just a pain in the ass, because it charges. And it also has quite a lot of health normally, but it's not charging me at the moment. The other way you can do this is actually to run past trees and stuff like that, but it gets a bit more tricky because they run through the trees sometimes. They kind of glitch through them. Just trying to use the trees for cover doesn't always work. The rock is the tried and tested safe method. So you will pick up when you go in that chest. You will always pick up one of these, which will explain. Like that one's not for it. That's not for it. That's not for it. I think it must be this one. Yeah, so this one would be for it. And at the very end, it tells you what you need to do. So normally, as normal, I'll mark a tree with a red thing is what I normally say, but that can't be it. Oh, I know what we need to do. We need to find a tree with a red marker on, and they are all very much like this tree here. See, tree with a red scarf or red cloth thing on it. Effectively, you just need to make sure you always have a spade on you, because without a spade, you will not be able to dig. And then we just dig somewhere around it. I normally look at where the actual camp is, and it's normally between wherever the tree is and the camp is where you need to dig. That's red for some reason, not let me dig. Yeah, might be this tree stuff. Normally not a tree in the way, but this time there is. And I usually find actually they're also normally like pretty close to the beach, but you'll always find it's within like 10 steps or so of the camp-ish. It'll be in like visual range somewhere majority of the time. Just look out for a tree like this. There's a couple variations of it, so it doesn't always look exactly the same as that particular one, but it'll always be roughly around that height up. Now that should go yellow, so I can dig. And if I've got this right, it should be about 3 down. Oh, and it's not. So what we'll see is it'll have some of the sparkly stuff, which indicates that you've got loot or something on the floor. And this, on that occasion, it'll be a a chest, but on this one occasion where my normal strategy for this is to dig between myself and the camp, and you normally find it, this time it's not. So maybe on the side, or maybe the other side, I'll end up having to dig all the way around the tree. A note. Although I think it might be down there. There you go. There's the chest. And we didn't get anything huge from it on this occasion, but sometimes you do get some really good stuff. Like I've got the 2 items I was waiting for ages I actually got from camps, and that was for the marksman's hands and the marksman's helmet or hat, whatever you want to refer to it as. Both of those I got from a camp, so like you do get some of your armor stuff will be coming from camps. You can buy the legs and the body. You always have to get them from a vendor, from one of the vendors. So certain vendors sell certain parts of the sets, and you just need to go to the right vendor to get the parts of the sets that you want. But generally speaking, it's not too hard. The harder part is trying to find the camps that have got the items that you're after for your set.
Ships under your hand, Captain.
If I quickly get back and use a quick, because once if we engage and those ships don't start engaging before I've used quick travel, it'll prevent me from using quick travel. So I'd end up having to take the ships up before I can quick travel. That's the only downside when you're when you call your ship. You have to be very aware of like if there are any ships around. So if they start attacking your ship, then it'll prevent you from using the quick travel on it. So we are at 9 o'clock, at the point where I normally end the streams on a Tuesday and Wednesday. So appreciate your time for today. If you do have any questions after the stream, do feel free to leave a comment in the comments below on whatever platform you're on, and I will always read the comments and reply to those comments. So hope you enjoyed today's stream. We'll stream again maybe over the weekend, just depends. It is a bank holiday in the UK this weekend, so I do have a couple of things I'm going to do outside of the whole streaming stuff, but I also might have some time to do a stream as well. So if I do, I will be streaming on the main platforms, that being YouTube, Twitch, Kick and TikTok, but I won't be streaming on either X or Facebook. Facebook, actually, I am probably going to be dropping with regards to the platform date multi-streaming. It's just mainly because it's actually really awkward getting that stream up, and half the time I end up having to not put it up because I have run into too many issues. Today I didn't even bother trying to put it up, so we're only on X today. X is like really simple to put up, but yeah, Facebook has been and still remains a very challenging one to try and get up sometimes and get the chat connected to as well. So appreciate your time today. If you do like the content, do consider subscribing, help support the channel. It's all completely free, doesn't cost anything. And as well, do forget to check out the actual Discord channel, which you can also access by going to the YouTube channel, where you'll be able to see a link to the Discord and take you to our private community Discord. Thanks very much for tonight, and I hope you all have a lovely day for the rest of your day, depending on where you are around the world. Good night, everyone. Speak to you either the weekend or on Tuesday, which I will be definitely trying to stream 3 times next week, which should be starting Tuesday. But good night.